Hi! All right, please let me know if you can see me or hear me or not. I think you can see me. I turned the mic off. Comments. I need comments that you guys hi Valerie. Hi Lisa. Oh my goodness. How's my mic? Is it too loud? Is it too soft? Let me know. Oh, I had to do all the things. I was recording a little for those of you who are members. Thank you, Lisa, for the feedback. Can you hear me? I know you guys can see me, but can you hear me? I was recording. Oh, good. Thank you, Lisa. A little preview for the members only that I'll upload when we're done here of me setting up and getting ready. That's pretty interesting, showing my setup. So those of you who are members only will get to enjoy that after this. I'll probably upload it tomorrow for you guys. Okay. I can't believe I'm live. It's been a long, it's been a year, at least a year, right, Lisa, since I was live on stream. I'm going to pull up my notes because I made notes so I don't forget what I'm supposed to say. That's not my notes. Oh, there we go. You guys can't see them, but I can. I'm going to also pull up some extra stuff here. Okay. For those of you who don't know who I am, hi, I'm Sean, melanoma mom. I was diagnosed with melanoma back in 2021 and in January of 2021, and I had surgery to remove that melanoma after that. And a couple months later, I'm going to see if I can get this little screen up here. Oh, they gave me full screen. We don't want full screen yet. Okay, next slide. If everything is all crazy, it's because I don't know what I'm doing. We're talking about the myth of the perfect sunscreen. I'm telling you who I am. 2021, January diagnosed, stage 1, 1A, melanoma on my arm, and then had it removed in February, end of February. And then I started this channel in, I want to say April of 2021, because I found it very difficult to connect with other people who knew what I was going through. All the emotions, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't have people to talk to about melanoma and my skin cancer because I didn't know who had it. I didn't know who had it previously, or I just didn't pay attention to those in my life. Honestly, I don't think I paid attention to people talking about their medical problems. I feel like I do a better job of that now. And you all flocked to the channel slowly over the past 3 years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gave me advice, pointed me in the right direction of where to find information about sunscreen and UPF clothing, and to understand the surgery that I'd been through and the maintenance that I need to go through. And we've talked about dermatology appointments, and I feel like this channel has just become a really good place, a really good community of people that not just newbies to melanoma or any kind of skin cancer can come and help get answers from us all, but that we can continue to support each other and continue to encourage each other to continue to get skin checks and wear sunscreen and reapply sunscreen. This channel has just been so helpful to me, and I know many of you probably as well. Just being able to chat in the comments with each other. Many of you email me, which I really appreciate. When you see news articles, new medicals, statistics that have come up, new sunscreens, I really appreciate all of that, honestly. All right, so I am going to have a little bit of structure to today's live stream just to keep me on topic. One, I tend to ramble. Two, when I'm nervous, I forget my thoughts. So it just helps me stay on task. I'm going to take a sip of water. There is a little bit of a delay on the live stream. So if it takes me just a little bit of time to see your comments, then I apologize for that. If you guys want to drop down where you're watching from, I'd love to hear that as well. I am in South Carolina. Let's play around a little bit. There we go. I am going to have to zoom back in on the slides so my face will get tiny again because I can't read the tiny print anymore from on the screen. I'm sitting a distance away from it, that's just sad. All right. We're going to be talking about understanding sunscreen limitations today. All of this has to do with the myth of the perfect sunscreen. We're also going to talk about common sunscreen mistakes. I'm going to get some feedback from you all. This is a participation live stream. And what the concept of a sunscreen wardrobe is, are the different stages of topics that we're going to talk about. Because when I started this channel too, I was on the hunt for the perfect sunscreen. And I think I actually said that in several of my videos in the beginning, was that I was searching for the perfect sunscreen so that you all didn't have to search, because I had in my mind that there was one sunscreen that was perfect for me, that would apply to all situations, all circumstances, and to all people. I don't know where I got that from. Have no idea where I got that perfect sunscreen notion from. All right, let's make me tiny again. All right, so here I already did my introduction. That is a picture of my melanoma before it was cut off, and it's blurry there. That little spot is blurry because I didn't know I had melanoma and that I should be taking pictures of my spots. So I had to go back and search through numerous photos. Sorry, I'm trying to get lip gloss. Search through numerous photos to find a picture of my melanoma pre-biopsy. And that is it. Yep. My channel mission is to advocate for sunscreen use through my reviews. I do a lot of sunscreen reviews. You all know that. And bring awareness to skin cancer through sharing viewer diagnosis stories, which I haven't done many yet. If there is anybody who would like to share the diagnosis story with me again, or if you'd like to redo your diagnosis story, and maybe we could insert your voice or a video of you, I'd be up for that as well, because I think the more stories we share, the more comforting it is to other people who are newly diagnosed or struggling themselves. Yeah. And I also share my melanoma journey here for those of you who don't know me. Hi, everybody. Okay. I need some, this is a participatory live stream. I need some participation here. I'm going to take down the other banner. I need you now to put, what mood are you guys in? What's your current mood? I'm going to put mine in as well. While you're doing that, I'm going to look to see where you guys are all watching from. Lisa's watching from the Nashville area of Tennessee. Welcome, Lisa. Valerie is also in Tennessee. Okay, welcome. While you guys are putting your emojis down below, let's see. Lisa asked, how long do you think you had that spot before it was diagnosed? I felt like I'd always had it. Lisa, honestly, I felt like I'd always had it. I felt like it was just, I thought it was a freckle, a flat freckle on my arm, because I have a lot of those. I have a lot of flat freckles. But it was when it started turning darker. That's when over a period of 6 months, because I kept looking at it, because it's in a weird spot. Like it's on, here, let me make myself bigger. It's in a weird spot. Like I don't normally see it. I would have to crane my neck a little bit to see it, or look in a mirror, because from my angle, I have to pull the skin over to be able to see where it was, where my melanoma was. And it just looked like a freckle. But I kept touching it and I kept looking at it over 6 months. It was getting darker. Yep. All right. So we're going to go, let's look at moods here. Lisa is in a, Lisa's putting all the emojis. Thanks, Lisa. Here's I can't put emojis on here. Oh man. because I'm on my computer. I'm not on my phone. Well, if I had an emoji, it would be the happy heart eyes emoji, because I'm having fun on the live stream already. Happy heart eyes. All right, let's go to the next slide. I can't even read that from where I'm at. Okay. In 5 words or less, I want you guys to describe your perfect sunscreen. And I can participate in this one. I can type in the comment section. 5 words or less. Your perfect sunscreen. I'm going to put mine too. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is a hard one, huh? Okay, I put mine in the comments. Oh, right to see you guys. Oh my goodness. The lip gloss, while you guys are typing in your responses, the lip gloss, make yourself bigger, Sean. Make yourself bigger here. The lip gloss I'm putting on is the Key Skin. That is SPF 30 Isle Lip Balm. It is clear. And then actually, I'm getting ready to do another SPF lip balm review video. So I've been testing a bunch out. There's no weird aftertaste on this one. It's a thicker, it is all chemical though. Chemical sunscreens. Chemical UV filters. This is what I'm talking about. I lose my train of thought. But it's really good. I really like it. It has a vanilla scent to it as well. All right. Lisa says that her perfect sunscreen is matte, not sticky or orange. Yes. We don't like a sticky or orange sunscreen. No. I'm testing out a sunscreen on this side of my face today. And it was sticky earlier. It was not orange, but it was sticky. All right. Thanks for participating. Okay. The next one, I gotta make it bigger. Okay. Understanding sunscreen limitations. Let's talk about that. Yes, I'm glad, Lisa. I'm glad you like to chat about sunscreen. Valerie, you still there? The myth of the perfect sunscreen is why the idea of a single perfect sunscreen is a myth. Why is this a myth? We're going to talk about that. No sunscreen can block 100% of UV rays, right? I mean, we've got SPF 50. There is SPF 100. You know, some sunscreens will label themselves that, but they don't block 100% of the rays. And then the difference between chemical and physical sunscreens. All of those are important limitations to know about sunscreens. So what are you all? It says question. That's Q for question. We're all going to answer this. What are some sunscreen limitations? I've listed some there. You can list one of those that you have noticed, or if I've missed one that you noticed, put that in the comments as well. Sunscreen limitations. As I read these out, put one of the limitations that you've noticed. Maybe it's your biggest limitation about sunscreen, the biggest thing that just really irks you about a sunscreen. List that in the comments. I've put down the sun protection factor is a limitation, the SPF. Oftentimes, the sunscreen I enjoy is SPF 30. The texture is a big limitation, right? Lisa just put down the stickiness factor. Yeah, I don't like sticky. I also don't really enjoy that silicone feel, like the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. My husband loves that one. And I just, for some reason, that silicone just feels weird on my fingers. White cast is a limitation, especially for darker skin. But I find for pale light skin, for myself, that if it has a white cast on me, oh my goodness, you know it's going to be disastrous for darker skin tones, which is why I've been trying to put in my shorts videos people of different skin tones, because I know it's hard. A lot of people will ask in my videos, if it has a white cast, and I'll look at their profile picture and I'm thinking their skin is darker than mine, but I don't know if it's dark enough to get a white cast. That's always a hard question for me. Water resistant, some are, some aren't. Interaction with other skincare or makeup products, that peeling. Oh, when you get you put your skincare on and then you put your sunscreen on and it starts to peel. Oh. And then color or tone, that's a huge limitation for sunscreens for me. I feel like in the past year, though, sunscreen companies are doing better about coming out with a range with a range. I feel like there are more companies now than there were 3 years ago when I was diagnosed that have a range of sunscreen tones. All right, let me read what you guys have here. All right, Lisa says sunscreen wears off in a few hours. Yeah, that's a huge limitation. I can't stand it. Who wants to set their watch? I used to do that. I used to set my watch because I was so terrified of getting melanoma skin cancer again that I would set reminders throughout the day, and it would go off every 2 hours. And it just caused me anxiety. I don't think I ever shared that with you all. I don't do that anymore. And stinging in your eyes. Yep. So that's why I've just kind of resolved myself to know that I am just going to have to use a separate sunscreen most of the time around my eyes, because it's octisalate, I'm pretty sure, is the UV filter that my eyes are so sensitive to. So that's why I use the Kahi Aqua Balm SPF 50 around my eyes, and there's a Dewy Tree Urban Shade Peachy Tone Up Stick. Those two I would just want to keep on hand so that it's just a quick one and go and I don't have to worry about stinging my eyes. But yeah, huge limitations. Those are good ones. Okay. Let me make myself tiny again. All right. So what does SPF mean? I got this from skincancer.org, which is the SPF number is the level of protection that sunscreen provides against the UVB rays, which are the main cause of sunburn. Sunscreens labeled with SPFs as high as 100 plus are available. However, in the US, sunscreens with the SPF lower than 15 must include a warning on the label stating that the product has been shown only to prevent sunburn and not skin cancer or early skin aging. A higher SPF number means more UVB protection. I thought this was interesting that I'm still seeing sunscreen companies putting out SPF 15 products that will specifically say brown better or tan, deeper tan. And I don't understand that. And I'm thinking of ones, what were some of the ones I've seen recently do that? Sunbum has kind of disappointed me that they're still making tanning oils, traditional tanning oils, because doesn't that defeat the point? Like, why are we still making those? I mean, I understand that there's still a group of people who want to tan and who could care less about skin cancer. They just want to tan and they want to get the deepest, darkest tan possible. I get that. So there is a market and companies are still able to make money off those people. But if your mission, I'm thinking of vacation sunscreen, don't they do this too? Banana Boat, Hawaiian Tropic, I'm pretty sure those as well, Coppertone, all make tanning oils or browning oils. But if their point in all of their literature says that they are trying to reduce skin cancer, they're trying to get people aware of sunscreen, then why are they still making these products? That's what I don't understand. Sunbum has a really cool nonprofit that they started that provides shade. You know those shade tents for playgrounds that are over playgrounds that provide shade for public schools. Like public schools, not every state can participate, but the majority of the ones in the United States can, where they can public schools can apply to get these sunshades installed over their playground equipment, because that's one of my gripes is the sunscreen is not allowed in public schools. Like you can't reapply. You can't send it with your child to have them apply it before they go out. Also, children aren't allowed to wear hats outside or outside, which I don't understand. So Sunbum is doing the awesome thing of actually helping to provide the shade over the playgrounds, but yet they're also still selling tanning oil. I don't get it. That's a gripe. Let me see what you guys are saying over here. Valerie says, I wear a mineral sunscreen stick around my eyes. Yep. If you find one that works, right? Yeah, stick to it. Lisa says, same as people smoking cigarettes. They don't think cancer will happen to them. Yep. That's exactly it. And some people, right? Some people don't get cancer and they smoke their entire lives. But I feel like they're the exception to the rule. All right. Next slide, make myself tiny. All right. Broad spectrum sunscreen. Sunscreen products can only be labeled broad spectrum if they have been tested and shown to protect against both UVA and UVB rays. Sunscreens that help protect against UVA rays might include avobenzone, zinc oxide, and titanium dioxide. Now remember, UVA are the anti-aging and the skin cancer causing rays, and UVB are the ones that just give us a sunburn. Only broad-spectrum sunscreen products with an SPF of 15 or higher can state that they can help protect against skin cancer and early skin aging if used as directed with other sun protection measures. Let me make myself bigger. I have been noticing that more sunscreens on the bottle or on the packaging have been giving us more instructions about reapplying, about using sunscreen alongside, UPF clothing or hats or sunglasses, other sun protection measures, saying that sunscreen isn't enough to prevent us from getting skin cancer, that it should be used in conjunction with these other sun protective measures, and also seeking shade. A lot of them will specifically say, make sure you seek shade and give you the time of days to seek shade, which is fantastic. That is definitely has been a missing piece on the back of our sunscreen bottles, are actual instructions. So I'm loving that they are pointing out that you can't just put it on one time, you have to reapply. You have to use, all these other sun protection measures to prevent not just burning, but also skin cancer. Now I need them to also put the dosage. Sunscreen companies, we need the dosage on the back of the bottle, because your sunscreens are all different thicknesses. They spread differently. They weigh different amounts. And so this half of a teaspoon for your entire face, or a quarter for your face and another quarter for your ears and neck, that isn't enough instruction for us, because sometimes that's too much for some of your sunscreens, and sometimes it's not enough. And I constantly get questions about how much should I apply, and I have those same questions too. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Sunscreen is considered a drug by the FDA here in the States, and so therefore I'm not supposed to be giving dosage instructions. Only a medical professional is supposed to be giving dosage instructions. But I understand everybody's frustrations. We all want dosage amounts. We want to make sure we're putting on the proper amount, but we also, sunscreens are expensive. We don't want to feel like we're wasting what little sunscreen there is in the bottle. So that's another gripe of mine. Everybody still here? I went off on a rant. Make myself tiny again. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Limitations of high SPF numbers. Mind you, remember, thank you, Lisa, for saying you're still here. Thank you. limitations of high SPF numbers. We know there are limitations. But when you're first starting out, you just think, oh, the higher the number, SPF 100, that's definite protection. Like I'm not getting any sun at all. I remember prior to getting skin cancer, I always went for SPF 15 or SPF 30. I very rarely did SPF 50 because I was like, oh my goodness, the sun is not going to tan me at all at SPF 50. I'm not going to get any sun at all. Therefore, SPF 15 or SPF 30, that is the magic number. And then I would just burn. So I understand the confusion. When applying sunscreen correctly, you get the equivalent of 1 minute. Okay, this was confusing to me at first. I'm going to read it slow. You get the equivalent of 1 minute of UVB rays for a certain amount of time you spend in the sun. The amount of time is based on the SPF level of the product. For example, a sunscreen with SPF 30 gives the equivalent of 1 minute of UVB burning rays for each 30 minutes you spend in the sun. That means 1 hour in the sun wearing SPF 30 sunscreen is the same as spending 2 minutes in the sun totally unprotected. Higher SPF numbers do mean more protection, but the higher you go, the smaller the difference becomes. And then it lists the differences there, which I thought was helpful, of how much of the UVB rays are being filtered out for SPF 15, SPF 30, SPF 50, and SPF 100, which you'll see there at the bottom. SPF 100 only filters out about 99% of rays, which is a lot. But it's not much difference between SPF 50 and SPF 100. You only got a 1% difference there, and then a 1% difference between SPF 30 and SPF 50. So, I felt like that was important to remind myself of too. Valerie says, keep talking while I'm reapplying my sunscreen. I will keep talking. If I wasn't sitting in complete shade, I probably need to be reapplying as well. I'm glad you're reapplying. Good job, Valerie. Good job. All right, let's go to the next screen. All right, let's talk about some common sunscreen mistakes. It is participation time again. Valerie, we understand you have sunscreen all over your hands, so, you don't have to participate yet. But question, what are some common sunscreen mistakes that you see people making or that you have yourself been making? Pop them in the comments. I put 3 here. Improper application, not reapplying, expiring products, and storage. But there are a ton more. I did a video recently with, I think it was it 5 different common sunscreen mistakes of applying, and I've got another one coming out soon as well. I try to put out videos that are like basic information for newbies, for those people who are wanting to get more, who are wanting to wear more sunscreen and learn about protecting themselves from the sun. So I try to put out newbie videos like that a lot of the rest of us are. That was my watch telling me it's time to get up and move, to stand up. I lost my train of thought. This is why I have to stay on task. Here we go. All right, Lisa says, missing spots on my face. This is why I'm using a UV mirror now. Yes. I love that you shared about the UV mirror. Oh my goodness, the results you've been sharing with me and the mind-blowing information that you've discovered about your face and your sunscreen habits. Yes. So I haven't ordered a UV camera yet, Lisa. I know you and I were talking about that, and I still have all the information you gave me. I have a vague memory that I purchased a UV camera at the start of the year. And then we moved, and I still haven't finished unpacking all of my office stuff. And I think I have a UV camera here somewhere. So I'm still looking for that one, but that's definitely on my purchase list, is the one that you recommended. because I definitely want to see the mistakes I'm making. But there's also this fine line between, and I don't, it's a fine line. Like, I think it's a line that is different for everybody, right? Of how much to obsess over sunscreen and sun exposure that could affect your mental health versus not obsessing enough about sunscreen and sun exposure. Like, surely, let me make myself bigger. Surely there is a line there that's different for everybody. Because I've definitely noticed, I'm 3 years post surgery. And in the beginning, I had so much anxiety over application. And don't get me wrong, I still get anxiety when I find myself in a weird situation where I don't have sunscreen on, or it's that time where I'm supposed to be applying and I'm outside. I still get anxiety during that situation. But I feel like I don't have as much anxiety, because a lot of you, when I have experienced anxiety and I've voiced it in videos, many of you in the comment section will say, you're doing the best you can. Mess ups are going to occur. Don't be so hard on yourself. And that has been so helpful to me, to not beat myself up when the trash has to be taken out immediately, but I don't have time to put sunscreen down on my entire body. So I just grab a sun hoodie and I put that on myself, but my feet are still exposed as I'm walking from the back door around to the side of the house to the trash can. I don't get as stressed about that as I did in 2021 or even 2022. Now, on the other hand, I worry that I'm just going to throw it all out the window, or I'm going to become so lax in my sunscreen application that I'm going to get skin cancer again. Because I have a friend who, she had melanoma skin cancer. She's one of the stories. She's a really good friend. She shared her story, is what I'm trying to say, in one of my videos, and had it way before me. And earlier this year, she got skin cancer again. It was a different skin cancer. It wasn't melanoma, but it was a different skin cancer. And she got that. And she doesn't do all of the sun protective measures that I do. She doesn't wear long pants in the summer. She lives she lives in Beaufort, South Carolina, where I used to live. That's very hot, insanely hot. She's always wearing a hat, always wearing sunscreen, but she's outside a lot. And it's different for everybody. Like, a comfort level is different, and how we apply stuff is different. And I don't want to judge other people for what they do or don't do with their sunscreen habits. Like, that's not my job. My job is just for me. But I also want to learn and watch other people and see if it actually does help to wear the long pants, because I feel like I'm suffering. I feel like I'm suffering constantly wearing long pants or long shirts outside. It's hot. I sweat. I don't enjoy sweating. So I'm like, if I can get away with just depending on sunscreen and not having to wear a long shirt, is that enough? Or does it depend on the UV index outside? Oh my goodness, I've gone off on a rant. All the things that go through my head. All right, let me see what you guys have over here. Valerie says, using sunscreen, then going outside with no hat, sunglasses, etc. Yeah. Yep. It's taken me a long time to actually trust my sunscreen. I still don't fully trust my sunscreen. Do you guys? I don't fully trust my sunscreen, because I will put SPF 50 on, and it'll have been on for a good 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then I'll still put a UPF 50 shirt on top of it. And sometimes I'll say to my husband, I'll go, I'm going to be brave today. I'm going to depend on my sunscreen. And I will wear my t-shirt, and the UV will only be like a 3 or a 4. And I've got the SPF 50 on, and I'll go outside and I'll be feeling all proud of myself. And I'm like, what if it's not working? What if I missed a spot? What if I skipped? And I'm like, but I need to just be able to enjoy being outside again. Like, I don't want to have this fear of the sun. I don't want to have it because I love the sun. I loved it too much. Let's see here. Lisa says, yes, I agree. Especially soon after surgery, my anxiety is much less now. Yes. Time helps. Lisa also says, friends and family help me now. They will say things like, where's your hat, umbrella, sunglasses? Oh, that's so nice, Lisa. That's so nice that they help you remember all that stuff. Mine don't. I feel like I'm the one telling people, did you have your hat on? Let's get your hat on. Did you remember to put sunscreen on? Let's put your sunscreen on. Oh, are you going out? When was the last time you applied sunscreen? Do you want me to go find your sunglasses for you? I'm that person. Let's see. I love a good SPF umbrella, so I don't always wear SPF clothing. Oh, my seat is so squeaky. Sorry if you hear that. I got a new seat. I got a new chair for my office, and it is super squeaky. So I think I need to add some is it DW40, WD40 to the chair. I love a good SPF umbrella, so I don't always wear SPF clothing. Yes, I have not tried an umbrella yet. I have not tried an umbrella. I get strange looks wearing long sleeves outside. Oh my goodness. So the last town we lived in, I can't remember if I've told you guys the story or not. But I went into my church and I had just been walking. Like, I was within walking distance of our church. And so I had on, it was probably 90 something outside. I had on my hat. I had on my UPF hoodie, long pants, my tennis shoes. I'm drenched in sweat. And I walk into my church and I sit down to talk to the administrative assistant. And a church lady walked in that I had only met like 1 or 2 times because we just moved there. And she looked at me strange. She says, like, aren't you hot? I was like, yeah. She said, why are you wearing so much clothing? I was like, because I had skin cancer. And she goes, oh, you just had skin cancer? I don't understand. I was like, oh, geez, I don't want to get into all this. Oh, good, Lisa, you don't hear the squeak of my chair. Thank goodness, because it's driving me insane. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Make myself tiny again. Is this good? Is this fun? Or am I being too structured? Let me know at the end of this, Lisa and Valerie, and anybody who's watching the replay, because I know a lot of people will watch the replay. Let me know if this is too structured and you want it less structured, because I'm doing another live stream next Friday, right? Every Friday this month. I'm excited. Every Friday at 5. Live at 5. That's what I was going for. Let me know if it's too structured and I can kind of tone it down. Okay. Do we already do this one? Yes, Sean. Go to the next one. Okay. Not reapplying. We talked about this. Improper application, missing spots, not applying early enough is a common mistake. The need for reapplication every 2 hours, especially after swimming or sweating. That one is the kicker. That one is the kicker for me. That's the huge lifestyle change. Expired products in storage, we haven't talked too much about. Checking the shelf life and or expiration dates. Don't store in extreme heat. Okay, I've made both of these mistakes. Not just checking expiration dates, but also writing the date that you opened the bottle, writing that on there so that you throw it away within the year's time. I have a whole bunch of sunscreens behind me that I need to go back through and double check the Sharpie date that I've written on them, and also put tape over them. And I wish I could remember, one of the viewers recommended putting tape, because a lot of my sunscreens, they will take Sharpie marker off of the package in an instant. They'll take the Sharpie marker off. They'll also take stickers off of your cups. I had this really cute sticker. My husband does artwork, digital art. And I had a cute little campfire sticker with a a roasting marshmallow, and it was just fading and fading, and it smeared to the bottom. And I said, what in the world is taking that off? And it was the sunscreen, because I was holding the bottle like this. It was rubbing up off the sunscreen off my arm. So putting tape on top of the date was super helpful that someone shared. And then not storing in extreme heat. I'm pretty sure in one of my early videos, I talked about keeping sunscreen in my car. And one of y'all was like, doesn't that mess with, Lisa, it might have been you, doesn't that mess with the formulation and the efficacy of the sunscreen? And I was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. No, it totally does. And Lisa, was it you or somebody else who also asked me about sunscreen sitting in your hot mailboxes and hot cars? Yeah, I'm starting to get concerned about that one too, because a lot of sunscreens are putting on the backs of their bottles now to not leave sunscreens in direct heat or extreme heat like a car. I don't know what we're supposed to do about that. I don't know. It might have been skincancer.org that says, like, if you're going to take your sunscreen to the pool, instead of leaving it out in direct sunlight, to wrap it in a towel and keep it in your pool bag under like an umbrella, that was safe to do it that way. So there must be some magic number, right? There must be some temperature threshold that sunscreen companies feel that once their sunscreen goes over that temperature threshold, that it becomes, the efficacy of the product goes down. But they haven't shared that magic number with us. So I do still keep sunscreen in my car in the wintertime, because it does not get that cold here in South Carolina. Let's see here what you guys have. Kay, welcome, Kay. Thanks for popping on the live stream. Kay says, I feel you on the comfort factor, but also not trying to be anxious over it all. Always trying to remind myself to live in a balance. My son loves to be outside and don't want to miss out on his life. 100%. I have a 6-year-old. I'm not missing out on all this outside time with her either. I hear you. Lisa says, I don't order any sunscreen online during the heat of the summer because it will ruin it. That's smart. That's smart. Tape is a great idea. Yes. I really like the structured format, says Valerie. Thank you for the feedback, Valerie. Lisa says, yes, I only carry it in a bag with me, never in my car. And that's what I do now too, is are you like me? You find yourself collecting sunscreens in your bag or your purse? I will switch out a purse and I'll be like, oh my goodness, no wonder I don't have room in my bag for anything else. I've got like 4 sunscreens hiding out in here. Valerie says, I never leave sunscreen in the car. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, yay. I'm giving all the credit to Lisa here for the term sunscreen wardrobe. Lisa Nix, who's a viewer, you can see her in the comments, gets all the credit for sunscreen wardrobe. Because that's exactly the concept that we all need to get on board with, is sunscreen wardrobe. A sunscreen wardrobe, by definition, is a collection of sunscreens for a variety of different situations. Now, I wrote that definition though. Tried to make it concise. A collection of sunscreens for a variety of different situations, because we need different types of sunscreens for different needs: daily use, outdoor activities, sensitive skin, children's sunscreens. The list goes on and on of the different situations. We can all think of them. So that is where the myth of the perfect sunscreen is there's no perfect sunscreen. I was on the hunt for it for a couple of years. And really, we just need to all get on board with the sunscreen wardrobe. So I'm going to kind of show you. Oh, you got that from Angie off of Hot and Flashy? Oh, I love Angie. Okay. Angie is the sunscreen wardrobe. We can come up with a different name. If we want a different name that we make up for ourselves, we can also do that too. If Angie has sunscreen wardrobe. What are some other names we could call? Because it would be fun, right? To have it just be here, our little community that comes up with. That's why I was going to keep sunscreen wardrobe. It's Lisa's because I thought that you came up with it. Can we come up with? I feel like we need a poll. Maybe I'll do sunscreen pantry. Okay, pop some more up there. What else we got? Oh, hi, Melissa. Thanks for popping on. What else we got? Those in the replay, pop yours down below, watching later. What are some other options that we could claim as a community that would be our term for sunscreen wardrobe? Sunscreen pantry, sunscreen closet, sunscreen. There's got to be some more. We'll give that one some more thought. Okay. Here are the categories that I came up with. But I would love for you guys to pop your categories. Like, what would your categories be? What are some categories that you would want or that you already have for your sunscreen wardrobe or sunscreen collection or sunscreen selection? I love all these ideas. I'm going to pop these into a poll later and we'll vote on them. So mine for warm weather, can I move me? This is hard to see. I'm going to go full screen for a moment so I can read you my warm weather categories while you guys pop yours in the comment section. So I thought of water activities for face, water activities for body, and all of these are like things I need a sunscreen for, right? Daily wear, I need a clear one, a clear sunscreen. Daily wear, a tinted one when I don't want to wear foundation. Daily wear for my body, but in warm weather, I need a matte personally. Acne days, those hormonal acne days, I need a sunscreen specifically for that. Around my eyes, my hair part line. I don't always wear a hat outside, so I need something for that part line. SPF for lips, and for warmer weather, other makeup, because I've been thinking that last category, sunscreen companies are starting to come out with sunscreen makeup with SPF in it. And I'm considering exploring SPF options specifically in that other category. Ooh, sunscreen arsenal. Ooh, that sounds good too. Okay. Cold weather. My categories have to be more moisturizing because my skin turns combination in colder weather. I need a daily wear that's clear. Again, I need a daily wear that's tinted. A daily wear for my body, acne days, around eyes, hair part line, SPF lips. But they need to all be more moisturizing. All right, so those are my categories. Let me see what you guys are putting. Are there any specific categories that you purchase sunscreen for that would be a part of your wardrobe arsenal? All right, let's see here. Oh, hi, D-Doodlebug. Thanks for popping on. D-Doodlebug says, I would love a more matte sunscreen for my body. Which one do you recommend? Ooh, I'll talk about that at the end. We'll save that for the end for the Q&A. We can look at some. Because I'm going to show you in the next screen, I'm going to show you my warm weather sunscreens broken down in categories. So that might help as well. All right, Lisa says, I like Banana Boat Light as air for my body. It's not too glowy. Yep. It's a great one. D-Doodlebug, Lisa's suggestion. I don't find it glowy at all, Lisa, to be honest, when I put it on. All right. Oh, you're taking notes. Well, I thought about coming up with like a printable or something. I don't know. Something that I could print out for you guys. I don't know. Like a little spreadsheet. I don't know. I like organizing things. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Let me put my face back up here. There I am. I forgot my face wasn't on screen. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, so here are this is my warm weather sunscreen wardrobe. So now this isn't all the sunscreens I have, y'all, but if I had to get rid of all my sunscreens, and only if I wasn't on YouTube, this would probably it. Although being on YouTube, I love it because I get to try out so many sunscreens and I get to really narrow down which ones I love. Okay, so we'll start with the first category, water activities. We're in the pool, we're at the beach. I've got to have my Toady Mineral Solera. It is not a matte sunscreen. It is a natural leaning glowy sunscreen. I only use it for my face because it is tinted. Now, if you're not as fair as I am, it may have a white cast. Lisa is about a shade darker than me, and I'm pretty sure, Lisa, didn't you say that it had a bit of a white cast on you? Which is interesting because it is tinted. For me, it's like the perfect tinted sunscreen. But it is super water resistant for 80 minutes, which is why I have it there. I love that for my face. I love it for when I'm sweating in humid climate, doing any sort of outdoor activities or sweat. That one. Now, to the right of it, that little yellow bottle is actually the Kapari Body Glow SPF 50. And it's beautiful and has a delicious vanilla scent. And when I put that on and I go down to our community pool, I feel fantastic because of the scent and I feel protected. And yes, it does feel oily. Now, it does dry down on me. Like if I'm not going in the water and I'm just wearing it on the day, it soaks into my skin very nicely. It's all chemical UV filters. But it's beautiful. It is glowy. It just makes you feel like you have that vacation skin, in my opinion. And then the bottom one there is what Lisa was talking about in the comment section, the Banana Boat Light as Air SPF 50. Now, this is the one I put on my child, put it on my face, put it on my body. I don't find it too drying. Some people do find that it dries out their skin, but it's, I would say, natural, leaning matte sunscreen. It's very thin, very lightweight, very budget friendly. I do not put it around my eyes, though. It does cause stinging in my eyes. So that's the one downfall for me. And it has a very strong banana boat scent. Let me look over here at the comments. Yes, Lisa says the Toady does have a little bit of a white cast on her. D Doodlebug says the Kapari body lotion smells amazing. Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. D Doodlebug, does the banana boat one smell like banana? It doesn't smell like bananas. It doesn't smell like Sunbum. It just smells like that typical banana boat scent. Tropical. I'm horrible at describing scents. Somebody else put some in there. Yeah, Lisa says it doesn't smell like bananas. Yeah, it doesn't smell like that fake banana scent. It doesn't smell bad. I don't think it smells bad, but it smells like your typical vacation scent, but does not smell like vanilla like the Kapari does. The Kapari is like a true vanilla with a soft coconut thrown in. Yeah, Lisa says it's not a strong smell at all. It's not strong unless you put it on your face. Then I feel like it's strong. But on your body, you don't notice it. I feel like it dissipates too, right, Lisa? Like I feel like the longer you have it on, it doesn't linger. Yeah. And don't buy the Banana Boat just for the face version. They have a face version. It's a smaller amount in the bottle and the price is higher, like $1 higher. It's the same ingredients as the body version. Exact same. So watch out for that. All right, so daily wear. Moving on to daily wear. I have, again, the Toady because I could literally wear this all day. That's why I took it to Alaska with me and it was cooler there. There was no humidity. My hair looked fantastic in Alaska and no humidity. And the Toady did fantastic. I didn't have dry skin or anything. It actually looked more matte, surprisingly, up in Alaska than it did in South Carolina. Go figure. Location really does matter with a sunscreen. And then I have, Lisa, look what I got here. I don't know if you can see what that is. The Paula's Choice Wrinkle Resistant Light. What's it called? It's a very long name. I have it here. No, I put it back in the bathroom. This is a matte sunscreen for your face. It is tinted. I have a review coming out on it, but it is in my sunscreen wardrobe. So Let's see. Lisa says, what happened to your other favorite facial sunscreen? Toady came along, I guess. Yeah. These are the ones I've been reaching for lately. These are the ones. I put for daily wear for body, I put the Hemp's because of the scent. What is the scent? Honey. Oh my goodness, I can't see my screen. I'll have to scooch in close. Oh, I can't read it. It's like pineapple and honey melon scent. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. It's a citrus, a bright, crisp citrus scent, SPF 50. It's not water resistant, so it's good for daily wear. It is moisturizing. It's not matte on the skin, but it's not super greasy. It just feels like a lotion. It feels like regular Hemp's lotion. If you buy the Hemp stuff, it just feels like that, but it's got SPF 50 in it. They have an SPF 30 version, but I haven't tried that because why when there's an SPF 50? Love it. I've bought like 5 bottles at this point. I'm going through it like water. Toady, I'm going through like water. Hemp's, I'm going through like water. And then to the right there is the new Shake Shake Vacation, which, the Hemp's is all chemical UV filters. The Shake Shake is mineral. So the active ingredients are mineral UV filters. Now, there are people pointing out that it has that butyloctyl salicylate, and I'm going to do a different video breaking down that controversial ingredient because butyloctyl salicylate is a controversial ingredient. We're going to talk about that in another live stream because a lot of sunscreens have that ingredient in it, but it is not the active UV filter in the sunscreen Shake Shake Vacation. The active is mineral. I can't remember if it's zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, or both. But I love it because it's thin. I hate the smell of it. It smells like flowers, which is not my preference for a sunscreen. Other people are going to absolutely love the scent of that. But I'm willing to overlook the scent because it looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. It is a glowier finish, natural leaning glowy. It is not matte. All right. I'm spending way too much time on these. Specific areas. In my warm weather sunscreen, I've got one for my hormonal acne days. That's Elta MD UV Clear. It is active UV filters are both chemical and mineral, and it's specifically formulated for acne-prone skin. And I love it for acne days. Then I've got my e.l.f. Sun Boss Gloss SPF 25 zinc oxide based UV filter lip gloss. Love, love, love. Comes in 5 shades. Obsessed, can't stop wearing. I have one in my purse. I've got one in the bathroom. I've got one here in my office. Obsessed. The next one over here in the blue tube is the Kahi Aqua Balm. Love this for around the eyes. It is very moisturizing. It has skincare benefits. It is an all chemical UV filters. However, it is one of the few that does not cause my eyes to sting, because it does not have the octisalate in it. Honestly, I don't know what chemical UV filters are using, because Korean sunscreens use different UV filters that the FDA has here in the States has not approved. That does not mean they're not effective though. And then for my part line, I love using the Brush on Block powder sunscreen. Powder sunscreen is also controversial. But I love it specifically for my part line because I don't like the greasy spray ones because I already have a greasy part line. So I like the powder to absorb the oil. And then I have the Tokobo cotton, is that what it's called? Cotton Sun Stick SPF 50 all chemical. Is very mattifying. I love, 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 love this one. All right. And then in my other is just an SPF makeup. So it is not a sunscreen first. It is a foundation first and then a sunscreen. Right now I've been reaching for the Toady CC foundation cream SPF 50, but I'm still using my Misha. I have Misha BB cream number 21 on my face right now. I love both of those. Let me look over in the comment section. D Doodlebug says, I bought the lip gloss on your recommendation. I love it. Good. Yay. I'm so glad you love it. Yeah. They hit that one out of the park, and not many channels are talking about it, and it's fabulous. So I probably need to stock up on it, because as soon as the other sunscreen and skincare enthusiast discover it, it's going to start disappearing off the shelves and off Amazon. we need to buy up the e.l.f. sunbox glosses and stock up on them. Lisa loves them too. Oh, you bought 3 of them. Yeah, they're so good. So good. It was a great discovery. Okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, so we talked about sunscreen as part of our wardrobe. Now let's talk about our sun protective wardrobe. So not just our sunscreen, but sun protection, which is the full, everything. So I probably need to add the umbrella, right, Lisa? I need to add the sun umbrella to my little list here, but I don't own one of those yet. Sunscreen is part of our wardrobe, hats, sun gloves. I've got the picture in the middle. She's got on an Athleta jacket that I actually have. That's UPF 50, and she's got on some UPF 50 leggings here in the jacket. I love, love, love Athleta. Speaking of, if you are a member of the channel, I just uploaded you can see my entire UPF wardrobe. I take you into my closet and into my bedroom and show you all of my UPF clothing that I actually have now that I wear. I also put, so the striped shawl over here, I have a sun shawl that I keep in my car when we're driving around to throw over legs, if somebody needs to put it in their arms in the car, we've got that, and then sunglasses. So all of this is your sunscreen, your sun protective wardrobe. Anything else you guys would add to this list other than an umbrella? Yes, Lisa. Yes, an umbrella. D Doodlebug says, I always try to wear a hat when I'm outside and I've noticed that so many people don't. Yep, even at the park on sunny days. Yes. And I don't have them in here either. So one of the things I hate about wearing a sun hat, okay, there's 2 things. One is you get the line around your head sometimes. The other thing is you leave your sunscreen on the brim of your hat, right? Does that happen? And then you have your hat and it's just covered in sunscreen and makeup on the inside. I didn't realize that they make stickers, sweat stickers that go on the inside of your hat to absorb your sweat and your makeup and stuff. And also it helps get rid of that line. I just got them and I've attached them to 2 of my sun hats. It was a 3-pack on Amazon. If I think about it, I'll put a bunch of links in the description box of this video when we're done here. I wasn't able to add them before I started the live stream, or I would have. Yeah, Athleta is having 20% off today. They have been having fantastic sales because they're getting ready to launch their fall stuff. So all of their summer stuff is on sale. They have multiple pant options that are great UPF 50 pant options. Many of their jackets are on sale. Yeah, I've been lusting after a lot of their clothing right now. Yeah, you all need sweat stickers for your hats. I can't put it now, or I would drop it in the chat, but I will put it as soon as we're done here. I'll put it in the description box, I promise, because they're so good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, we're kind of wrapping down. I have 2 scenarios. This is like the test for all of us, okay? Help me out here. It's a typical beach day, right? You're going to the beach. It could be with your family. It could be by yourself. What are the challenges that you find with sunscreen at the beach? Pop those in the comments down below in the chat. I got to stop saying comments. It's the chat, Sean. We're live streaming here. I got to say the chat. What are some typical beach day sunscreen challenges that you have? I'll pop mine too. All right, I put mine in the chat. Oh, reapply after going in the water. Yes. Your skin is still wet. Oh, yep. And you got sand on. Yes. That's a huge challenge. Sunbum for my kids. Sunbum makes a sunscreen that you can apply even if your body is still wet, which I found works. I think it's actually a face sunscreen. I found it works best on my kids' bodies. They also have a sun stick that's water friendly that you don't have to wait. It's really good for the body. We did not like it for our face because I found that when it ran into the kids' eyes, or you know how kids are, they get out of the water or whatever, and you're doing this, right, to get the water off your face. It was just going straight in their eyes. It was causing extreme burning. So we have found that Sunbum one does great on the body, but not on the face. And that's the only company that I have seen that makes a sunscreen that you can apply when your skin is still wet. Let's see here. D-Doodlebug. And sometimes the sunscreen mixed with water leaves that slimy feeling. That's the worst. That's the worst. Yep. All right, we got one more scenario because I'll probably use your responses if that's okay. I'll use your responses possibly in a future video. So I wanted to ask these. This is the last scenario, is working from home. What are your biggest sunscreen challenges when you are working from home? So just a typical day at home. I'll put mine in. All right, I put mine in the chat. That is my biggest challenge right there with sunscreen at home. Yep, remembering to reapply. D-Doodlebug says, for me, I have to let my dog out at random times when I work from home, and I can't always reapply sunscreen and wait the 15 minutes for it to let her out. Yes, we have cats, so thankfully I don't have that problem. But yeah, I could only imagine. You were like, no, I'm sorry, you have to hold your pee. You cannot go outside right now because I have to wait 15 minutes. Yeah, that's a no-go, right? Yeah. And remember, so in the house that I lived in previously, it was a 1978 home, and what little light came in through those tiny windows, I needed to reapply. Here in this new house, they are making new construction now that they polarize the windows for you. So not as much UV comes through the windows. It actually gets reflected out.